Marvel's Eternals Rotten Tomatoes score continues to plummet. I was not expecting to make this video at all today. Yesterday I covered it and it was at a 72% by the time I finished recording that video. And now it's plummeted way more. Down 10% since I started recording that video. It was at 73 at the start of the video. It's now at a 63%. That is god-awful for a MCU movie. A Marvel movie in general, but it's now the lowest ranking MCU movie behind Thor Dark World at 66%. And Incredible Hulk at a 67 is above that. This is insane. I was not expecting this at all, like I said. Especially with the media's willingness to give MCU movies a higher score than they probably deserve. They just give them the Disney bump, if you know what I mean. So this was a shock to see. Especially with the identity politics surrounding this. It has a very diverse cast. It has gay characters, gay superheroes. Or at least one gay superhero. And it's just insane. But I want to go through some of these critics' review summaries here. Let's go to all critics. And this is sorted by, I think, newest, I believe. These are all today. So I haven't covered these since. This Brian Orndorff from Blu-ray.com says, involves a lot of windy locations, sparks imagination for action, and a cast of characters who are seldom interesting. Gave it a C-. Here's Sean Chandler from Sean Chandler Talks About YouTube channel. I actually kind of like him. I think he gives fair reviews a lot of the time, so check him out. He says, while I can respect that MCU took a risk by telling an ambitious and different kind of story, the story and storytelling simply don't match the film's ambitions. He gives it a C. Mikel Cirilla for Espionage. I don't know what that is. People will decide for themselves whether its innovations are enough or not, but for me it was somewhat disappointing. I guess he has full review in Spanish as well, so there you go. Spanish viewers. Castle da Costa from Vanity Fair says, from visuals to music choice, there's a lack of style here that is only further emphasized by the film's refusal to focus. Laura Clifford, Reeling Reviews. Zhao's imprint can be felt in his special effects featuring celestial shapes, natural zone and double-decker buses turned into a shower of rose petals. What? Okay. Gave it a B. So that's actually one of the few good reviews from this, and I don't understand it at all. And there's another one under it. It's a different kind of superhero movie, not to everyone's taste, but made for us all. Oh, like, what is that? There's nothing. Obviously, there's a full review, but you're supposed to put something in here. All she says, it's different and not for everybody. Come on, give us something. K. Austin Collins from Rolling Stone, he's the top critic, and so is Moira McDonald, who I just read from the last one, from Seattle Times. She was the top critic, and she just gave us this. But this guy says, Eternals is so busy showing off what it can do, where it can go, that it bypasses and overlooks what it really has to offer. There are real dilemmas, real battles of interest buried beneath the soft-pedaled, naturally lit, cozy surfaces of this movie. Let's read a couple more of these bad reviews. Jermaine Lussler from io9.com. Eternals feels like a balloon that tried to hold it together, but was filled to bursting. It's too much and not enough. The result is very ambitious, very well made, kind of flat, and unfortunately forgettable film. Brian Lloyd, Entertainment.ie. It flies high, grapples with huge themes and ideas, tries to keep check with humor and heart, but the whole thing feels so overblown and overwrought that you kind of walk out of the screen in a daze. Jana Monjol, I don't know how to pronounce that, but from Age of the Geek. This film is archingly earnest in tackling issues of diversity and representation, but fails as engrossing entertainment. This is what I was talking about. I thought they just eat up the diversity in this movie and give it good reviews just because of that. But I guess this gives me a little hope in the media. Not really, but I guess there's something there that they'll give a Marvel movie a bad score. This was a 2 out of 5. Last one was 2.5 out of 5. So, I mean, I feel like I've gone through a decent amount of these. It's just shocking to me. Like I said in my last video, I was not looking forward to this. When I first heard about it, I was. Because it's kind of like got a mythological kind of feel to it. I like that. But after seeing trailers and hearing more about it, I just lost all interest. And I'm feeling justified here. Obviously, I haven't seen it yet. It's not out, but I'm feeling justified. Again, lowest score for MCU movies, and I forgot to do this. Go to movies and TV from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, what they say. There's some of the old Marvel TV shows in here. Like, see, Marvel's Luke Cage. There's, like, the Netflix and old TV shows. And it is third worst out of all of those. Iron Fist and Inhumans are the only ones that are lower. So that is not good. And it's just below The Punisher, which surprised doesn't have a higher score. I guess maybe not. Media doesn't like guns, but I actually haven't seen that, so I'm just kind of talking from that perspective. But I've heard decent things about it, so kind of surprised a little bit. But regardless, that has nothing to do with this. It's just very shocking. I mean, I expected this to maybe be in the 70s somewhere. Maybe 80s. I didn't expect it to be as high as Shang-Chi. I expect it to be like low 80s, maybe high 70s. But this just blows that out of the water. Let's go back to this. 63%. And it's 87 reviews in. Might go a little higher, might go lower. Who knows? But as it stands right now, it is the lowest ranking MCU movie. That is just insane. And if you look forward to the upcoming movies in the MCU, you got the Marvels. It's going to be an absolute disaster. I mean, it's going to be awful. So that one probably actually have a higher score because media's going to eat that one up. But seeing this, maybe not. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 will probably be good. Doctor Strange, we'll see. There's been a lot of stuff surrounding that. We'll find out. Thor: Love and Thunder, I'm not looking forward to this. I don't want to see Natalie Portman as Lady Thor. I don't want to see that. I don't think that'll play out well. But I liked Thor Ragnarok. Taika Waititi's doing this again, maybe. But I don't have high hopes for this one. Wakanda Forever, Black Panther 2. It doesn't have Chadwick Boseman, sadly. Rest in peace to him. And don't know who's going to take over as Black Panther. Hopefully it's not Letitia Wright's Shuri. Nothing against her, personally, but it's just not a good fit. She's tiny. She would not work at all. I'm hoping it's Winston Duke's, what's his name? M'Baku. I'm hoping it's M'Baku that takes over, or just a new character in general. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. I didn't like Ant-Man and the Wasp that much. I just thought it wasn't that great. Spider-Man No Way Home, that's gonna get good scores. Regardless if it's, like, good or not. Just because of the nostalgia in it, just the old characters, that's gonna get good scores. It's just, the future's unknown, really. I think there's gonna be a couple of bad scores in this. Maybe not horrible scores. I mean, there's gonna be a few duds of movies in general, but there could be a couple of lower scores in there. Marvel's is gonna get a good score, probably. But Thor: Love and Thunder and Black Panther 2, maybe Quantumania, probably will get a lower score than the others. Thor: Love and Thunder is kind of unknown, but I mean, it's not looking good for the MCU when Eternals. Looking like this one is gonna be a bit of a disaster, just as a movie in general and maybe in the box office. It was tracking to do higher than Shang-Chi opening weekend. Maybe that will still play true. But after opening weekend, I think this thing's just gonna plummet. But we'll see. Tell me what you think about all this, and tell me if you're gonna see this movie. So let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more, comment, share. I have another channel called Thoughtful Outlaw Sports where I talk about basketball, baseball, football, anything else sports related I'm interested in. So check that out, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.